Indies Test captain. Craig, just talk us through this emphatic win and where you thought was a turning point in the game.
Well, I think the way we batted in the first innings, to put up 450 runs, I think that was great. Normally here in Antigua, day one especially is always favorable for fast bowlers, and the first two sessions, the pitch was extremely slow. Obviously a bit of moisture, but a fair set of moisture, and the way how we went about it, and got up to 450 in the end. Guys getting some big 50s, Justin Greer's getting 100. I think that really put us in a very good position, to press to win the Test match.
You mentioned the 450, but also the fast bowlers in that first innings on the surface that really didn't have a lot of seam movement and pace initially. Talk about how they operated and how they worked together as a team.
Yeah, I think they work fantastic together. Kemar Roach is the leader of this bowling unit, and on and off the field. So when obviously Kemar says that's what it is, and to see how we went about it, I think the discipline was superb, and we had some aggression, and I think that's very important in Test cricket. And I believe once we continue to mix aggression with that discipline, obviously saying discipline is just hitting a good top of off length majority of the time. You always get wickets, so it's good. Obviously, everyone has different skill sets, in the fast bowling unit, but I think they have a very, very bright future.
And obviously, the second innings were 334. I guess you were pretty comfortable with that score. But what was the message to the bowling unit?
Well, yeah, the pitch quickened up. That's one thing we knew when we went to bat, especially, and it did a bit more. But we didn't want to get carried away. I think the same, line and length, top of off, with some aggression. I think that was very important, and doing it for long periods. Because I think, for example, in the first innings, the first hour when we fielded the next day we bowled, we only got one wicket, that catch at first slip. But we worked extremely hard. We put a lot of dot balls together, and I think those groupings is what brought that wicket. So it was kind of that same mindset in this second innings, albeit we knew it was a bit quicker and seeming a bit more off the surface. But it was all about that, not thinking that we're gonna blast them. And obviously Kemar led the way. Kemar is a true champion, and he's a true leader of this group. Whether he gets 3 or 5 or whether he doesn't get any wickets, he is the leader, and he is guiding these young fast bowlers for sure.
And finally, the appreciation to the ladies who were sitting in that stand. So you went over with the team to give some merchandise.
Yeah, basically it's just appreciation we are showing. I would have seen these ladies at cricket for every Test match I've played here in Antigua. Even at some best games, some practice games, I've seen them at Coolidge, and they always support. They always have the West Indies flag, and it's not every time you always see supporters like these in the Caribbean right now. Yes, we are not #1 Test team in the world, but we gotta appreciate when we get fans like this. So we just want to show our appreciation. We had to do it. It was great to see them, and obviously we want to get more fans like these. So obviously we gotta continue winning. Obviously that's a big plus. But yeah, we just wanted to show our appreciation for them.